Hey guys, Mike B. Rolling here. I wanted to talk today about motivation. Man, it's been a tough week. I tell you, it's slow. I can't, just unbelievably slow out here. Started out my week thinking, man, it was going to be just set up to be a stellar week of our dedicated run that we've got up here. I was going to get 3 loads this week. I was like, man, is that a good week when that happens? Of course, you're always just banking on the northbound loads to get you up here to grab your load to get back. And so a 3 load week would be 6 heavy loads. And that's a stellar week. I've done 4 rounds before, and that's just, whew, man, you go home and sleep that one off, but man, it sure does pay good. But so I come out of the gate Friday night with nothing. Usually I have my pre-dispatch for Monday. Friday night I'll have it dispatched where I can pick up Sunday and deliver on Monday morning up here in Detroit. And so there was no load for Monday. I thought, well, crap, I'm going to start on Monday, so I'll be working later in the week, but that's okay. I'm still going to get 3 rounds. And then Monday rolls around, and I get the call, hey, man, we'll give you 10% extra on the run. Is there any way you can just bounce up there and get that load? You know, where there's 2 of you that we can't get loads going up there. And it's like, wow, really? Okay, well, I guess these loads got to get delivered, you know, so we got to go get them. Can't get anything going north, you got to put it in the wind, you know. It's one of the things that sucks about a dedicated run is you are dedicated to that run. Sometimes you got to bite the bullet to keep that run functioning, you know. You don't want any service failures. So I banged out that first run, and I was like, well, that wasn't too bad, you know. Still paid fairly decent, you know. Paid about the same as it would if I had a 2-axle flatbed and I was just hauling, you know, like a single 45,000 pound coil. Well, to bounce up and then grab a heavy load coming back, paid about the same as a single load up and a single load back. So it's, you know, it's not like I'm losing money. I'm making regular money instead of making heavy haul money. You know, there's a big difference. And then Tuesday rolls around, and same deal. Can't shoot. You know, my dispatcher's apologizing profusely. I'm watching. I just can't get anything going up. And oh, here comes Yay Bob wanting to talk, but no, he's not. But she's like, I just can't get anything going back up there. I'm so sorry. You know, is there any way you can bounce up there again? You know, we'll give you 85%. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do, you know. And then, son of a gun, this is day 3. And I'm right back up here, bounced up again 3 times in a row. Bounced all the way up to Detroit empty to pick up a dedicated run because they dropped an ungodly amount of loads on us this week out of the blue completely. Just boom, here's 30 freaking loads. And it's like, crap. And there is not a single thing going north out of you know, Indiana coming up here to Detroit. We couldn't get a single load, nothing. And that's why the topic of this video is going to be motivation, how to stay motivated in bad times. Because I'm telling you, I'm a 30-year veteran, man, 25 as an owner operator, and I'm having a hard time being motivated. I just don't even, at this point, it's like, man, it's hard to get out of bed and go turn the key, fire it up, knowing that you're just going to get beat up out here. You know, you're going to bang your head against the wall and just not seem to get anywhere. You know, it's hard to keep that motivation, but I'm here to tell you, man, keep your motivation. Don't let it get you down. Everybody's struggling out here. Every single one of us is struggling out here right now. Just keep your hat on square, keep your belt pulled cinched tight, and save pennies wherever you can. But whatever you do, don't let it get you down and give up. Because on the other side of this slowdown is going to be a boom like no one's ever seen. Because there is massive pent-up demand. All these people with these high interest rates that don't want to buy cars right now because the interest rates are high and this and that and the other, which, you know, don't get me wrong, we're not just going to go from this to, oh, all of a sudden it's getting better. No, we still got to go through the crash. We haven't even hit that part yet. It's going to get worse for a time. Who knows how long? Could be a month, could be 2 or 3 months, who knows? But we haven't even gone through the commercial real estate crisis, leading to the housing crisis, leading to the bond crisis, the debt crisis, the currency crisis. I mean, this is going to make 2008 look like a walk in the park, man. It's going to be global this time. It's not just going to be, you know, just the United States going through a housing market crisis. This is going to be the mother of all crises. I think that crisis, so plural would be crisis. I don't know. See, you guys can correct me. I've never been one to speak proper English. My wife is a foreigner. She's a U.S. citizen now, but you know, she's from another country. She speaks better English than I do. She's correcting me all the time. I told her, I said, as long as they understand what I'm saying, I don't care if I said it proper. I said it how I said it. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. But yeah, I mean, we still have to go through the crash part, and once we get through that, then all these people that are not buying cars, their cars that they're driving are getting older and older. Their refrigerators are getting older and older. Everything that requires manufacturing, and the people are just like sitting on their cash, not buying anything. Everything they have is still aging. So it's the first sign that the economy's starting to improve. I think it's going to break loose and be a boom cycle like nobody's ever seen. I really do. Automotive, I think the cars are going to start moving like hot. When the interest rates come down, these dealers are struggling right now. They're not selling a lot of cars. You know, not only people not buying cars, these dealers and manufacturers aren't selling a lot of cars. So you're going to start seeing crazy deals like 0% interest. You know, everybody gets the employee discount. Well, they're going to start getting really desperate to sell cars. Then the economy is going to start picking up, and they're going to try to. Everybody's going to want people to come buy cars from their lot, so the deals is going to be better and better. I think it's going to be a pretty good boom cycle. That's the only thing that keeps me going, man. Because right now, going through the crap we're in right now, it's like you're running in quicksand. You know, you're working and working and working, and just not seem to be getting anywhere. Just keeping your head above water. And I've never been one to just keep my head above water. I've always been successful because I've got a never give up, never quit attitude. You know, I take the punches and keep right on rolling. You know, sometimes you got to step back, adjust, move to the side, and keep going forward. But you always keep moving forward. You know, don't ever quit. Don't ever give up. But I'm not saying you got to be in a good mood while you're out here struggling. Because man, I'm telling you, it is real hard to have a smiley, happy-go-lucky kind of day. I got to put on podcasts of comedians and things like that just to laugh, because if I don't have anything playing over my radio while I'm driving, my mind goes pretty dark places, man. It's a couple of times I was like, you know what, I should just take it home and park it and go get a freaking job somewhere else. You know, and my immediate second thought is and what are you going to do to make this kind of money? You know, yeah, you sell your house, sell your cars and everything. Yeah, you might be able to go do a job somewhere else. But yeah, it's a tough time out there, guys. Just, we got to hang in there and struggle through it. But I think on the other side, it's going to be pretty wicked. I think we're all going to do real, you know, I've put everything on hold. You know, I would love nothing more than to go buy my Ducati motorcycle right now. I want it so bad I can taste it, but I'm not spending that money. Not right now. What money I do have, I'm holding on to, because you never know how bad it's going to get when this crash happens and how long it's going to happen. Because one thing I promise you, there is going to be a crash. I promise you, there's going to be a crash. It's going to be the mother of all crashes. The only thing I can't tell you is when or how long it's going to last. And that's the scary part is sit on your cash. I wouldn't spend money on anything you don't have to spend money on. You know, one of the things myself and my family, we love to go out to eat and try new restaurants, and we've got our two favorite restaurants, but we kind of cycle in between them. But you know, it's nothing for us to go out to eat sometimes twice a week, 3 times a week. You know, sometimes it's just, well, grab fast food while we're in town, and sometimes it's, hey, let's go out to dinner, you know. And you know how it is, no one wants to cook or do dishes or any of that, so just, hey, let's go grab some Mexican food or, you know, whatever. But we're not doing that much anymore. You know, we're cooking. You know, sometimes it may be something quick and easy like sketty and meatballs or hamburger helper, you know, but we're cooking more at home than we ever used to, just to save them pennies, you know. You got to at times like this. You gotta tighten the belt, man. Struggle through it. But anyway, yeah, I just want to do a quick video out there, kind of, you know, everybody looking to get into the business. I mean, trucking is slow, still pays better than almost any 9-to-5 job you're going to have out there. You know, shift work, third shift, whatever. Trucking still pays better than that, and we're super slow right now. So it's not like I'm telling people not to come into the trucking business, because people that are in the trucking business are like, oh, it's terrible time. I wouldn't come into trucking right now. Well, those people have been in trucking for a while, and they forgot what it's like to work an 8-hour shift, making $16 an hour. You drive a truck, you're going to do a hell of a lot better than that. You're going to spend a lot more time away from your family and a lot more time in the truck, but you're going to make better money, That's why I say don't listen to most of the people out here on the road saying it's a terrible time to do this. But the one thing I will tell you, even me, I'll tell you this, it's a terrible time to go into debt, any kind of debt. Don't go into debt right now. I wouldn't look to buy a truck right now unless you're looking to buy an old truck that's cash. You're paying cash for the truck, getting started with a good old rig running local, or when I say local, a couple 100-mile radius around your house. That'd be the only way I'd recommend anybody become an owner-operator right now, is to pay cash for a truck, or buy a good cheap truck and pay it off as fast as you can. But anybody out there looking to go buy a expensive truck, 2-3-year-old truck, something like that, hell no, I wouldn't do it right now. It's a recipe for disaster. But if you do, just be ready to struggle until the economy picks back up. It's going to be a struggle. And when those inevitable rookie mistakes come around, and they will, we've all done it when we started. We made rookie mistakes, cost ourselves a lot of money because we didn't know any better. Looking back, you're like, oh my God, I could have paid for my house twice over just from the mistakes I've made in the first 4 or 5 years of starting my trucking business. And you will make mistakes, and they are costly, I promise you. But I'm not going to not say come into trucking. If you're working a job, you get threatening to get laid off, or they're laying people off, or they've cut all the overtime, and you can't make it on a straight 8 hours on regular pay. Trucking industry is a good place to go, man. People aren't getting laid off out here. Companies are going out of business, but drivers aren't getting laid off. For every company that goes under, there's 50 other companies out there just clamoring to get those drivers to come to work for them. There's always jobs in trucking. They don't lay off. It's just people give up and quit, but they don't get laid off. Just don't go into big debt right now. That'd be too risky. I'd personally, I'm running a 12-year-old trailer, and it's a solid trailer, but I'm hoping the economy turns up in the next 3 or 4 years, because I'm looking to update this trailer and go buy a brand new one. But I'm not going $100 and some $1,000 into debt buying a 4-axle brand new trailer. Not right now. I'll keep running the one I got. Man, my seat's getting squeaky. I need to throw some oil on them hinges. But just a quick video on motivation and not giving up. Hang in there, guys. This can't last much longer. It just can't. Too many people are struggling. If it keeps dragging on like it is now, I don't care what they're saying on the news about how great the economy is. If it keeps dragging on the way it is now, it's not going to be much longer, and enough people are going to be suffering long enough. There's going to be some pitchforks and torches come out, and shit's going to change real fast when that happens. That's going to be where you go home, pop your popcorn, and watch the show, because there's going to be a lot of people out there playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes, and I'm going to sit back and watch it and just shake my head. Woo, man. And big, like I said in the other video, stay away from big gatherings, man. Like the Olympics, you couldn't pay me enough money to be in Paris, France, watching those Olympics right now. That is a target-rich environment. That's the mother of all target-rich environments. I look for something to happen there. With this craziness of Biden stepping down and Kamala Harris and all this crazy, absolute silly shit going on in the world today, I really think that they're going to have to do a bunch of distractions and a bunch of false flag events just to keep people distracted away from the shenanigans that they're pulling, because they know they can't win the election fair and square. They got to do something. I think they're going to run block. They're going to try to, I don't know, release another, boogeyman like they did in 2020, or blow some shit up. I don't know, but they're going to have to pull something. I look for the rest of this year to be just one chaotic event after another, just a never-ending facade of absolute treason by these people to try to maintain power. I really think it's going to be ugly, really ugly. But keep your head up. Put on a happy face. Oh man, you gotta laugh, guys. If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry about it. So we'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.